bitches go.
We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Boxing Ego unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Devin Haney finally breaks his silence after ruffling a lot of feathers with a recent comment that he made regarding Lomachenko, Luke Campbell, and other similar fighters. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing if you want to become part of the gang. Notification gang. Please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chat channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash app, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, speaking of the Patreon, I revamped it. We back. You know, we shut it down. Like I wasn't really doing my part, but in this quarantine, your boy is back. There's some new tiers. Sign up for the Patreon. There's content that's going to be shifted from the main channel to that to give back to the Patreons, also YouTube channel members. So I advise you guys, if you want, join, because some of the content's going over there. Fair warning. Also, ESPN Plus, the bundle. If you want to support the channel, that's a great way. Click on the link. It can be found in the description box of any of my videos. I'm Disney Ego. ESPN Plus bundle includes ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. All three of those apps. One price, $12.99 a month. And maybe it'll help you get past this quarantine with some supplemental content. Tomorrow, ESPN, the regular channel, is debuting The Last Dance with MJ, aka Michael Jordan. So I think that will probably make its way to ESPN Plus at some point. So that's another one. That's a 10-part series. Make sure you guys check that out on ESPN as well. And again, this does help the channel in a phenomenal way. Let's get into it. You clicked on the video to hear about Devin Haney, so I guess I got to deliver. Smash the like button. Devin Haney ruffled feathers. He basically made a comment that he ain't losing to a white boy. You know, I'm just going to paraphrase because I don't want to. If you want more on that specific, you know, the exact verbatim quote and stuff, check out my last video. We doing numbers in the quarantine. And check out that video where I talk about it in depth. So that's basically what he said. He said he won't lose to it. He went the Bernard Hopkins route, if you will. Said I ain't losing to a white fighter and a white boy, something to this effect. So a lot of people, you know, he's received a lot of backlash and people are upset, and, you know, it's funny. To me, it's funny. You know, maybe I'm macabre or sinister, warped, but it's funny. It's funny to see people within old media that, you know, the usual suspects, who are trying to call this kid, you know, all types of names and a bigot and racist and stuff for saying that. And, you know, just to me, I think they're blowing it out of proportion, which is expected. It's typical. It's what you see with black fighters. Now, Devin Haney definitely could have chose his words differently to avoid confusion, but he's young. You know, he's 21 years old, young 20s. He's going to learn however he learns. And if it takes this, it is what it is. And, you know, this might have actually helped him because it got his name. He's been calling out people. He has skills. He has money. He has a promoter. You know, he's signed and everything. And maybe this made him the villain role. So it's just funny to see old media, but I'm going to save that for the back half. Devin Haney he's broken his silence and responded to that. People are upset. He posted a picture of Floyd Mayweather and he said, "I'm not a racist and I never will be racist. I'm chasing greatness." And then he posted this picture. You know, it's kind of like a similar shot between him and Money Mayweather. Easy work, like I said before. Devin Haney, he works with my dad, and I'm Money Mayweather, and Devin Haney is new money. He's a young, hungry lion. So Devin Haney, say it louder for the people in the back. He said, "I'm not a racist. I never will be. I'm chasing greatness. Hashtag undefeated." Oh, shout out to my man. He said, "Devin, some ish don't need to be explained, especially to people who don't like you anyway. Just keep grinding and working." Facts. See, that's that new media. See, I'm telling you, a lot of the people are like they're mad because this is what we see, bro. A successful, young, rich, black fighter. He says something, and they're blown out of proportion. Like I said, the reason I know this is because you look at the double standards. Now you have, it's funny. This is funny. You have old media crying out racist and this and that. Oh, this is so disgusting. I was just starting to like Devin Haney. Anytime, listen, I've been in the game so long, and I pioneered this game. Listen, when people have to preface everything that they say, oh, I was just starting to like Devin Haney, or I used to be a fan, or I was about to buy his pay-per-view, or I used to like him. Like, when they do all that, I'm black too, by the way, but I hate Devin Haney. When they do all that, just don't believe it, bro. Don't believe it at all. Devin Haney, he said what he said. If you don't like it, and you don't want to support, that's your option. But the reason I know that the double standards exist is because they're coming down on the kid for saying this. And I've already went over it. I really feel that he said that. I don't think he was trying to oppress, the white society or whatever. He just feeling himself, and he don't feel like he gonna lose. And I think this was more so a reference to the people, Luke Campbell and Lomachenko, these names. So again, he could have staged it different. He could have said it better, but hey, he did what he did. He said what he said. I don't think he's Adolf Haney over here. You know what I'm saying? But people are trying to make it, and it's so funny to see old media squirm and cry racist. And it's funny what they do to black fighters, because they try to get the black fighter in trouble. If you notice that, they try to get him in trouble. What I mean is, like, tag Mauricio Suleiman in the WBC, or tell people to boycott Devin Haney and don't support him. They do everything in their power to try to put him off. Listen, fighters throughout history have said whatever they wanted, and they've gotten ill feedback for it. But the reason I know that this ain't what a lot of old media are depicting it to be is because they don't keep the same energy. When it's a black fighter primarily, they always seem to have time. If Gervonta's taking his baby mama out her seat and escorting her out and, flashing on her or whatever, and that comes out, they'll talk about it. Devin Haney said what he said. He said, I won't lose to a white boy, and mirrored the Bernard Hopkins sentiments. They'll talk about it. They got time, all the world. And, Floyd Mayweather, domestic violence, him in cuffs and pictures of him. They got time for all that, right? Deontay Wilder, costume excuse and 45-pound and bicep tear excuses. They got time for that. But what they don't have time for is old media stuff, like Billy Joe Saunders advocating for people who are locked up and in confinement that may be in abusive homes. If you don't like what your girl said, then you just bust her in the mouth and doing a demonstration thinking that that's funny. And Billy Joe Saunders calling in on a real issue. This is all fact. Billy Joe Saunders calling in a real issue to Delta amidst a pandemic and joking around getting his friends kicked off the airline. Billy Joe Saunders impersonating a peace officer or a policeman, a cop, right? Billy Joe Saunders advocating and promoting some crackhead on the streets to do things for drugs and money, and then driving off and not even giving her the money. Like, you got dough, you could at least give her some money for making her punch a random bystander. Tyson Fury Glovegate, Tyson Fury and the Martin Carefoot allegations. These are things, Tyson Fury and the Nandrolone. These are things that you never hear old media talk about, but they will talk about 21-year-old Devin Haney. They won't talk about 31-year-old Tyson Fury and his baggage, right? Stuff he said about women. They laugh at that, like, oh, ha, ha, ha. He said a woman's place is in the kitchen. I could pull all this stuff up. Look, y'all messing with a real one. Tyson Fury, women, sexist comment. Look, this is what they don't have. Look, boom, we got action. Tyson Fury, sexist, and Oma remarks would make him the most undeserving BBC Sports. Look, we can keep going. We could keep going. What about Larry Merchant, Wilder, Black Hope. This is just more recently. Larry Merchant calls Wilder the Great Black Hope. I made a video about it. Did old media? Right? Listen. What about Manny Pacquiao? What he said about LGBT, them BLTs? You know, what did he say? Worse. What did Pacquiao say? Like, bro, where we at? Manny Pacquiao provoked storm by calling 8 people worse than animals. Bro, this man said, I just want to tell the Bible says that that gay people they're worse than animals. Bro, he lost endorsement deals, but you didn't hear old media talk about none of this. They didn't talk about none of this. They didn't talk about Kovalev in his cases. Sergey Kovalev. Look, how you spell this dude name? Kovalev. Kicked off of airplane. WBO champ, Yahoo Sports. Yeah, we got action, y'all. WBO champ Sergey Kovalev kicked off plane for allegedly kissing, throwing cash at a woman. Bro, he thought he was at the Magic City. He thought he was at the Script Club, throwing cash at a woman, getting kicked off a plane, bro. They don't talk about this stuff. But let's talk about Devin. Let's talk about Haney. What Haney did was wrong. I think Devin Haney is racist. That boy Devin Haney is wrong. They don't want to talk about this. TMZ Kovalev, woman, dog. Watch. That's all you have to type in, the string of keyword. Okay, we got action. Man, oh my God, look how quick. Look, Kovalev blew off a $650,000 payment to female assault victim. Kovalev accuser sues for $8 million. Don't make me pull up De La Hoya. I'll pull up everybody's stuff. And you guys can get on the internet and try to pull something up on me, because you won't find nothing. My G-Files is clean. You don't have all these allegations and accusations about me. So, you know, we know what old media is doing, but good luck with it. Devin Haney, he cleared the air. He said his piece, and then he came back. He said, you know, I'm not a racist, never will be. I'm chasing greatness. He also has Eddie Hearn as his promoter. So, you know, why wouldn't he sign with Al Heyman, who definitely wanted to sign him if he was just Mr. Racist over here? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'll let old media, they could do whatever they want with it. Devin Haney, he can learn from it, they're going to use your words against you. So make sure you make them come out how you want. See, I've been blessing mics. I've been on the mic for a minute, so I know how to conduct myself, and I say what I mean. Why is blacks trending? Look, De La Hoya trending in blacks. The Black Channel. Why do the blacks do? Like, why is this trending? Blacks don't get your ass beat. I don't even know why this. I got to research. I got to do some research. I don't know why Drake's and blacks. It's going crazy, man. Shout out to Devin Haney. He gonna learn one way or another. But De La Hoya, they're playing his classic fight. Felix Tito Trinidad. ESPN going off playing classics. Y'all better catch up. Muhammad Ali, Frazier. They're playing them fights. A ton of great fights. In case you guys don't know. Also, get ESPN Plus. Let me know what you guys think. Devin Haney, he clears the air. He says, man, it ain't even that easy. I think, like I said, I think people are, you know, they're just using this as an in, and they don't keep it even Steven. Literally, we just heard Larry Merchant call Deontay Wilder the Great Black Hope, and nobody reported about it but me and new media. You know what I'm saying? And we were the first to report about it. How about that? But Devin Haney, let's talk about that. You see what I'm saying? You see how the game goes. Another example was Abel Sanchez. When he was working with Gennady Golovkin, see, the game is fake. A bunch of fakes and snakes and phonies. The game is fake because when it comes to Abel Sanchez, you know, he had Golovkin at the time, so people wanted that access. So they didn't want to say anything or disagree with Abel Sanchez because they felt it would negate their leverage or, you know, pull out. It would limit their access. See, the game, bro, motherfucker, I am boxing. I'm not worried about one thing in boxing. You know, I'm not worried about anybody limiting my action. I'm a businessman. You know this because you find me at my places of business. I'm a businessman. I work with anybody. I have a conversation with anybody. You know, if it's respectful and all that, we can work. I'm ready. I'm ready for the work. I don't duck no smoke like that. But I'm still going to speak my piece. I'm still going to tell you that new media talk. But again, when Abel Sanchez had Golovkin, you know, he was a pretty popular fighter at the time, or so they said. So they didn't want to limit their access. So this is why the cowards in old media, they never address these issues. They go for the low hanging fruit, go for Devin, you know, try to make him look like this 21-year-old is super, you know, bigoted and all this. But again, back to Abel Sanchez, and I'm not saying Abel's racist, but what he said was out of pocket. Hey, Kodak Black, Abel Sanchez, fix that. You out of pocket, nigga. Fix it expeditiously. Remember? Before the Canelo Triple G2 fight, before Canelo failed a drug test, which they also sweep under the rug, clenbuterol, clen. It's Abel Sanchez made a comment, a weird remark that was untrue, and he says black fighters are hard to promote because they fight in a style that is not appealing to the public. Like, where did this come from? Black fighters fight unappealing. Let's see if I can pull it up. Abel Sanchez takes a shot at black fighters. They just don't sell. See, look how quick I pull this up. Abel Sanchez says black fighters fight in a style that's unappealing. Abel Sanchez on African American fighters. See, boring black fighters don't sell. You see how easy I pulled up all this? This is the exact red carpet interview, right? So where were all these Devin Haney is, you know, a bigot and all this? Where were they? Where were they at? Where were they at when Abel made them comments? They didn't say nothing. But Devin Haney said he gonna beat a white boy, and then now all of a sudden the world is supposed to cry, and you know, we're hearing people who never spoke up for real issues all of a sudden claim racism and double standards. But every time I show you real life racism and double standards, they say shut up, shut your mouth, you're making it about race, ego. So Larry Merchant could say the great black hope, and Abel Sanchez could say black fighters are boring and unappealing and can't sell, even though we know that's a lie, because the year he said that, Wilder had a classic fight with Luis Ortiz, etc. And there were classic fights involving black fighters, right? So we know that's not true, but everyone wants to come down on Devin Haney. You know, so I'm not tripping what he said. He said what he said. If you don't like it, don't support him. Don't support me. I don't give a fuck. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Again, this is he gonna live with it. He said what he said. You know, now he knows that people are paying attention. But my thing is, moreover, like I said in the last Devin Haney video, you don't like it, guess what? If he said he doesn't think he'll lose to a white boy or a white fighter, put him in with all the white fighters in the world. And if he loses and gets his ass beat, then, hey, you made your bed, you got to lie in it. So put Lomachenko in there with Devin Haney. I don't even want to see the Teofimo fight like I want to see the Devin Haney, because Devin Haney talking crazy. He talking reckless, so we got to see it. You know, put Luke Campbell in there at least. If Lomachenko and Teofimo is a said thing, see, people, they like to do a lot of this whining and crying and shit. I don't care about the problems. I care about the solutions. Here's the solution. He said what he said. This is my solution, the new media solution. He said he'll beat any white boy you bring or whatever he said. Great. So put him in there. I want to see Devin Haney fight nothing but white fighters. How about that? This is an easy way to get, you know, bring the best white fighters in his category, in his weight class, and make him eat his words. That's what I want to see. Make him eat his words. And I'm not saying what he says right. I'm just saying there's an easy way to solve this. Push for those fights. If you feel a type of way, you don't like it, you could push for those fights. You know, you could push for those fights to happen. New media had been wanting to see Lomachenko or somebody with the name step up and fight Devin Haney. Let me know what you guys think. We working. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.